Hello, everyone, and you're all in for a big treat today. So, what I'm going to be doing today is I'll be driving over to a courthouse in three different jails, all in one shooting. Now, the reason is because they're quite close in proximity. So, the Brampton Courthouse, which I'm going to first, and then I'm going to the Ontario Correctional Institute, and then the Youth Detention Center, and then after that, I'm going to Maplehurst. These are just drive-bys. I didn't want to stop and take a tour because I don't want to draw attention to myself or have guard dogs run after me. I didn't want to look suspicious of any sort, so I just stayed in my car and drove around the parking lot and showed you what the buildings look like. So hope you enjoy it, and hang on, and here we go. So as we drive towards the courthouse, which is coming up soon, it's going to be on your right. You'll notice some of the footage has been cut out, and it was cut out not my choice, but due to technical issues. So basically, you're just losing some footage of the courthouse as I turn onto the property. Now, a little bit more about the courthouse. The courthouse was named after and in honor of Albert Grenville Davis, a former Peel lawyer, and his son William Grenville Davis, lawyer and former Premier of Ontario. It was built in 2010, and it was also built to amalgamate the several smaller Peel region courthouses and the extensive library of the Peel Law Association into one building. The building houses branches of the Ontario Superior Court of Justice and the Ontario Court of Justice. And adjacent to the building is a small claims court. The small claims court is anything of a value of less than $25,000. It was raised from $10,000 in 2015. Now, back in 2014, there was a shooting in the front entrance where a person was dressed in a long camel trench coat, a fedora, and sunglasses proceeded to walk into the front entrance and bypassing metal detectors by walking through the designated lawyers and staff entrance, resulting in an altercation with a 30-year Peel Regional Police veteran. Now, after being told to follow instructions and to walk through the metal detectors, the alleged shooter pulled a handgun out of his holster and shortly opened fire, letting off 6 shots and wounding the officer in the stomach, who was doing security checks at the time. So a couple of officers were there also present. Well, there's quite a few of them who were present. On the scene, responded immediately to the situation and returned fire, fatally killing the 45-year-old suspected shooter right in the front entrance. And no one knows exactly why he was there, and because he didn't have any charges before the court or any cases before the court. But however, he was known to police for drug trafficking. As we approach the Ontario Correctional Institute, I'm going to tell you a little more about it. It's the only medium security provincial prison in Ontario. It opened in 1973. The institution, which is situated in Brampton, specializes in intensive treatment for inmates related to substance independence, sexual offenses, and anti-criminal thinking. So all these people are housed in one unit who get help from specialists, psychologists, and doctors. Now, these are people who are serving sentences 60 days, between 60 days and 2 years minus a day. Anything more than 2 years minus a day becomes a penitentiary sentence, and inmates are not allowed to serve their time at this institution. OCI, also known as, has dormitory-style accommodations, a communal dining hall, a library with common seating area, and a literacy room with computers. And there you have it. Now, as I turn into the property, which is going to come up soon, surprisingly, there was no cars in the parking lot, which was quite odd because I was wondering where do staff park. Maybe they had a different parking spot. But it was awfully quiet and no one around. Okay, my long pause there was it wasn't no security to enter the premises. I was trying to get a picture of the sign, which didn't happen. But anyways, here I am driving into the property. Now, I do recall the reason why there is no cars here is because they did close down the institution, not permanently, but because of COVID. I do recall last year that they did house everybody, all the inmates from this institution, and transfer them to the Maplehurst institution because there was a huge outbreak here, which explains why there's no cars in the parking lot. So here I am turning around. Looks like they're doing some fixes to the building. So I'm going to turn around here, and I think I'm going to be heading to the front entrance. Where the public enters or staff. And there it is, that's the front entrance. And this is the building. Okay, so now I'll be driving over to Maplehurst Correctional Institute. Actually, before I head over to Maplehurst, I'm going to be driving to the Youth Detention Center, which is right beside OCI. So this is the Correctional Institute for Youths. Looks like they have a bit more cars here, so maybe they didn't transfer people from this institution to the Maplehurst. Can't really make the sign there, but it does say Roy McMurtry Youth Center. And here I'm just going to turn around into the parking lot, make a roundabout. Now, I mean, I would have walked out of my car to do some filming, but that would look suspicious. Like if I go around the fence area, not that I want to go inside the institution, but perhaps look suspicious that I'm throwing a package over the fence or something. So I just stayed in my car and just drove around because I don't want to draw attention to myself while I'm here. So coming up to your left, we will be driving into the Maplehurst Correctional Institute, which is joined together with Vanier. And it was built in the 1970s, and after expanding several times throughout the years, it now houses 1,500 inmates. And it has 192 bed units where inmates spend their day. And it's a huge complex. And just to give you an idea, the complex is the size of 100 football fields. And it was the first so-called super jails in Ontario. So it also shares the adjacent Vanier, as I said earlier, and that's for women, 333 bed medium and maximum security facility for remanded and sentenced female offenders. Now the prison provides a variety of remedial programs, including life skills, addictions, anger management, and Alcoholics Anonymous. So we're going to be driving into that very shortly. And just like the other correctional institute, I just drive around the parking lot because I don't want to, draw attention to myself or walk around videotaping because I will look suspicious. So here it is, just driving around, and it's quite a big place, as you can see. Okay, so turn around to the left here. As you can, this is the complex right here, and you're going to see on your right the main entrance. As you notice, there's a lot more cars in this parking lot than the other two institutions I visited. I'm assuming because either it's visiting hours, or I don't know if there's visiting hours right now, if there's any visitation during COVID, or it could be just all the staff who are at this institution that have been transferred from the other two institutions. So I'm just going to do the turnaround again, just giving you an idea of what it looks like. And it's a huge complex, as I said before. It's a huge place. Well, I hope you enjoyed my video, and don't forget to subscribe and to hit the like button. Until then, I'll see you until the next video. Bye.